Start outscoring and dominating your opponents with this explosive offensive scheme, along with 3 key offensive strategies to help you win more games. In this scheme, we will be in the Bengals offensive playbook, running the formations, doubles, and tight slots halfback weak. The first play we will go over is Y sail in the formation doubles. Y sail is one of the best plays in Madden because of its ability to attack multiple spaces on the field, which makes it extremely tough to guard in zone defense or man defense. In the play, you want the tight end corner route ran on the far side of the field. For the adjustments, all you need to do is put the slot receiver on the opposite side of the tight end on a flat route or a zig route if the defense is in a man coverage. In the play, your first read will be the running back flat route. If your opponent neglects guarding the flats, you will have the running back quick for some easy yards after the catch. Your second read will be the corner route by the tight end. As the ball is snapped, identify the underneath defender and deep zone defender. If you see that the underneath defender stays low or in between the corner and the flat, as well as the streak pulling back the deep zone, you can freeform this pass towards the sidelines away from the deep knockout ability for a big gain. Your third read is the backside dig route, and this brings me to a key offensive strategy: know your read progressions. You should have read progressions in every pass play you run. This means that pre-snap you should know the order in which you're going to look at each receiver. This will help you to not single in on one receiver and even help you read defenses better since you're training your eyes to scan the field. This Y sail setup is a prime example, with the flat as the first read, the corner as the second read, and the dig as your third read. Now if the first 2 reads are covered, the dig route should be open when he gets past the mid-zone defenders. To throw this, try to buy enough time in the pocket, then when the receiver is even with the mid defender, leave the receiver open by freeform passing away from the zone defender to dot up your opponent. Your last read is the backside flat route. If you see that the defense leaves the flat open, you can hit this receiver right at the snap for an easy pickup. The next play out of the formation doubles is a 1-play touchdown against cover 3 or 4 out of PA zone read. For this setup, you want the running back side to be on the far side of the field. For the adjustments, put the tight end on a streak and block the running back. On the other side, put the outside receiver on a comeback route and leave the slot receiver as is. Then, motion the outside receiver on the crosser in and snap the ball when he gets halfway to the O-line. In the play, you'll see the streak pull the deep middle zones up the field. Then, the comeback route pulls the deep outside zone down. And then the short crosser will attempt to occupy the user. This will create wide open grass for the deep motioned crosser down the field for enormous yards over the deep zone. But be sure to freeform the ball up and between the deep middle and outside zone to stay away from any pass disruptions. The next setup out of PA zone read is designed for the running back and can beat any zone coverage. In the play, you'll want the tight end on the short side of the field. For the adjustments, put the running back on a wheel route and the tight end on a flat route. On the opposite side, put the slot receiver on a zig and the outside receiver on a vertical. Your first read will be the tight end flat, but if you see the flat route pull the short zone down, your next read will be the running back wheel route. In the play, you'll see that the flat pulls down the short zone defender and the deep crossing route pulls the deep zone back towards the numbers. This will open up a ton of space for the running back wheel route and potential yards after the catch. For the next setup, we will again be in the play PA zone read. In the play, you'll want the tight end to be on the short side of the field. For the adjustments, put the receiver on the tight end side on a streak and the tight end on a flat or drag route in case the defense is in a man coverage. On the other side, motion the outside receiver on a crosser to the inside. Then put the other receiver on an in route and smart route it to make it the length of the first down. Then optionally, block the running back to get rid of the play action. Your first read will be the flat route. If you see that the defense's zones drop back, leaving the flats open, give it to the tight end for some easy yards. Your second read is the deep crosser. If you see that the flat zone stays low, the user stays in the middle of the field, and the streak pulls the deep zone back, you'll have the deep crosser wide open towards the sidelines. Your last read is the backside in route. If you see that the flat route and crosser are covered, take a look at the in route in the middle of the field. This usually can be thrown to before he reaches the mid-zone defenders for an easy pickup. The next setup we'll go over is a man defense beater. The play is double outs in doubles. In the play, you'll want to be on a hash mark. For the adjustments, motion the tight end to the outside and put him on a slant. Then motion him back in and to the other side. This way, we'll have a quick slant coming from the tight end on the line of scrimmage, which not many people will expect. Then put the slot receiver on a zig route. Your reads are the slant, Texas route, and zig route. If you see one of the routes create separation, throw a laser to the route for big plays down the field. For the next man defense beater, we will be back in Y sail. For this play, you'll want the tight end side on the far side of the field. For the adjustments, motion the tight end out and put him on a zig route. Then motion him back to the line of scrimmage. Then motion the running back out to the tight end side and put him on a drag route. Next, put the outside receiver on a comeback route. On the opposite side, put the slot receiver on a streak and leave the outside receiver as is. Your first reads in this play will be the drag and the zig. But if these are covered, your third read will be the comeback route. The key to this route is to throw the ball as soon as the receiver is making his cut back to the sidelines. This will create tons of separation and dismantle any man defense. The next play we'll go over is RPO zone peak in doubles. This brings us to the next key offensive strategy: use run pass options known as RPOs to keep your opponent guessing. RPOs are used by the most competitive pro Madden players and are used in the most elite offenses. RPOs give you the ability to pass the ball or run the ball depending on the defense. For RPO zone peak, you'll want to read the defenders closest to the tight end flat. If you see the defenders crash towards the run or stay flat-footed, give it to the tight end for an easy pitch and catch for easy yards. If you see the defenders stay near the tight end, give the ball to the running back and fight for some easy yards to stay ahead of the chains. You can also run the play read option in doubles. This way your opponent needs to be aware of not just elite route combos and RPOs, but QB runs as well. The next formation we'll go over is tight slots halfback weak. The first play out of this formation will be post wheel drag. This setup is a one-play touchdown versus cover 3 and 4. For this play, make sure to be on a hash mark. For the adjustments, motion the wide receiver on an in route to the outside and put him on a comeback. Then put the inside receiver on the opposite side on a streak and block the running back for extra protection. Your main read here will be the post route. If you see the comeback route pull the outside deep zone down and the streak pulls the deep zones back away from the post, you will have a huge window to lead past the post route away from the safety for a big one-play touchdown. For the second setup out of post wheel drag, you'll want to be on either hash mark. For the adjustments, put the tight end on a flat route and motion the in route receiver to the outside. On the opposite side, put the running back on a table route running to the outside. Your first read in this play will be the post. If you read that there's open space in the middle of the field, lead past the receivers towards the open window and come back to the ball to avoid any pass disruptions for an easy laser. If the post is not open, you can always look at the tight end flat and the running back table route as check down options. The next play we'll go over is 4 verticals in tight slots halfback weak. This play can be any zone defense. In the play, you'll want to make sure you're on a hash mark. Now for this game, notice I came out in the formation bunch X nasty. Then I audibled formations from bunch X nasty to verticals in tight slots halfback weak. That brings us to the key offensive strategy: make sure to audible down to confuse your opponents. Audibling down is when you change the formations pre-snap like we did in this play. This will make the defense have to adjust quickly on the fly, which can lead to your opponent making a lot of mistakes. So once we audible to verticals, the first adjustment is to put the outside receiver on the running back side on a drag. Then put the running back on a streak. Your first reads are the wheel route by the inside receivers. If you read that the flats are open, throw the ball quickly to the wheel routes for an easy pickup. Your second read is the drag route, but if the drag is covered, the third read is the running back streak. Once the running back passes the linebacker, you can throw the ball over the defender's head for a big completion. Your last reads are back to the wheel routes. This time, wait for the wheels to pass the flat defenders. And if the seam streaks pull the deep zones back, you can throw a dot to the wheels near the sidelines for a huge throw and catch. The last play we'll go over is flood out of tight slots halfback weak. Flood is a universal zone beater. In the play, put the running back side on the short side of the field. For the adjustments, motion the backside receiver to the outside. Then put the tight end on a flat and the outside receiver on the opposite side on a streak. Your reads will go from low to high. So the first read will be the flat route by the running back. If he's covered, take a look at the corner route, which is your second read. If the flat zone stays low and the deep zone is pulled back by the streak, you will have the corner route wide open on the sidelines. If the corner is covered, your last reads will be the short in route and the tight end flat route as check downs. If you want an unstoppable defense to pair with this offense that has elite blitzes and coverages, check out the video on the screen. That is the video for this offensive scheme. Let me know what you think in the comments, and let me know what you want for the ending of Madden 24. What type of videos are you looking for? More schemes, more tips? Let me know. I'm interested in what you guys think. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.